What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. I'm back, and today was a great day. We got a lot done in terms of TBL. Got a great workout in. I'm finally tuning up the body, getting it real nice for training camp this weekend. As I mentioned, I leave tomorrow, heading out to Six Nations, the ILA Arena, for a Saturday morning inter-squad scrimmage, a Saturday evening exhibition game against the Buffalo Bandits, and then Sunday I'll be playing in the morning against the Rochester Nighthawks. So there's a lot of lacrosse to happen this weekend, and I'm excited for training camp session number 2, and I'll be sure to bring you guys along. Today, like I said, had a great workout. It was the last change of direction, dynamic workout day of the week. Tomorrow's going to be more recovery, getting the body ready, letting it rest, recover for the long weekend of lacrosse. I'm going to talk you through kind of my workout today. So I always start with some foam rolling. I'll do some stretching, but then I get into a dynamic warm-up. My dynamic warm-up takes about 40 minutes. You've probably seen it on some videos. I'll break it down later, maybe next week for you guys, and actually talk about the specifics of the dynamic warm-up. Then I got into my change of direction day. And my change of direction day looks a little something like this. So here, my first set, I'm doing 3 sets of 15 to 17 yards, lateral sled drags with 100 pounds on the sled. I superset those with pro agilities. That's 5-yard lateral run, 10-yard lateral run, finish with the sprint through the cones. This is really working on change of direction, mobility, and power. You know, with the lateral sled drags, you're working on lateral speed and lateral power, focusing on triple extension with the back leg with a crossover run motion. The Pro Agility is a standard NFL training tool to check basically hip mobility, explosiveness in and out of sharp turns. So I like to work those as a superset. It works on both conditioning as well as the change of direction, which is what I need. Here, you're going to see I'm working a forward-backward change of direction drill. Not so much focusing on overspeed, but rather technique. So I'll explode to the cone in front of me, short choppy steps with body control, having my hips low, really working on my footwork so I can be able to change direction fast. I ran through this a couple of times, and if you're pushing yourself, it's going to work pretty nicely on your conditioning. I superset that with some T-spine mobility and some core work with rotations. And then my next set is a low lateral shuffle, just getting around the cones, working on change of direction, and staying low. Obviously, lacrosse being a dynamic sport and me being defense, I have to be able to stay low and react and have good footwork when playing against the best in the world. So both these drills help very much on not only technique, but on body control and hip height. Then I finish off with some conditioning, the old Airdyne, the trusty Airdyne, sure to give you a quad burn. And the sets here, I was doing 5 sets, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And when I'm on, I'm trying to be over 100 RPMs, so 100 rotations per minute for the entire 30 seconds. If you're doing it right, your legs will be burning. I can promise you that. I received a question through Twitter from a friend of mine, Christine Craig, and basically the question was, how do you mentally prepare for the season? And that's a great question. You know, oftentimes during conditioning, you're burning, your lungs are burning, your legs are burning, especially on an Airdyne or an assault bike. When it comes down to mental toughness, you know, doing it, creating physical toughness through mental toughness, pushing through the barriers, the physical barriers that you may have, that's how I prepare for the season. I know that I'm working as hard as I possibly can. I'm not so much competing against the other guys who are suiting up in the NLL, but rather I'm competing against myself because I'm my best competition. I'm the only one who can push myself further and push myself to the limit. And that's what I try to do with my training regimen, which therefore creates mental toughness. So that's the best way for me to do it. I know that I can push myself, I can push my limits, and be prepared for whatever gets thrown at me during the NLL season. Pretty cool stuff. I hope you guys liked me talking through my workouts. I can go a little more in depth too, talk about specific sets and rep ranges if that's something that you're into. My program's going to change a little bit now that we're getting into the season. As I mentioned, my second training camp's this weekend, but I'm going to still get after it. Most likely do a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday lift. Might sneak one in on Friday. The biceps could always use a nice little pump before the game, but who knows? So after the workout, got home and just started grinding away. Had some calls with Nike, STX. I'm actually headed out, so busy weekend. As I mentioned, training camp this weekend. Monday, I'll be back in Syracuse. Tuesday, I fly out to Nike headquarters for some business meetings and a photo shoot. So looking forward to that. Had to set some things up for that. Had an interview today with someone about Standing Rock and what's going on out in North Dakota. There's basically a pretty big thing that has come up. The governor of North Dakota basically said by December 5th, so by Monday, all the water protectors, everyone peacefully protesting, needs to get out. They have to be gone, or they're going to be removed, arrested for trespassing. So I'm keeping my eye close on this situation. Obviously, what's going on out there isn't right. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to Mother Earth or oil, I'm hoping Mother Earth prevails, because big corporations shouldn't be running our resources, running our basically our environment into the ground for a profit, a short-term profit that may last 30, 40 years, when hopefully my kids that I don't have yet, but maybe one day, will be able to enjoy Earth and their kids and so on in the next generations. So guys, this was a little different format. Let me know if you liked when I talk through the workout. I can, like I said, I can go more in depth and I can actually break it down a little bit more if that's what you're into. If not, I can kick rocks too. So you let me know. I appreciate you guys. Christine, I hope I answered your question well for you. Physical preparedness creates mental toughness. That mental toughness takes me into the season. So I'll be getting after it tomorrow with a light shoot around on my own and then just getting ready to hit the road. So I will see you guys. Thanks. I'll bring you along this weekend too, so don't worry.